Satchmo.
I don't know what that means.
It's a thing off the Funny the show.
It's a thing off the Funny the show.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean. Let's sing. I don't know what you mean.
He doesn't know what I mean. He doesn't know what I mean.
Everybody, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Bum, 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 bum.
So yeah, hi. Welcome to the Absolute Peach. This is normally how it goes. Well done. If you've got this far.
We do usually do some kind of weird big brass band style intro.
Yeah.
That's sort of a staple.
Normally a bit longer than that.
Sort of a staple.
That was a mini one.
And there's more actual big brass, but at least a one-man band.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any one-man bands still going?
What, those ones with like the drums with the monkey on top? It's like
No, the one-man band.
Yeah, I saw one like not long ago.
One man.
Yes.
Hold on. One man with lots of instruments.
Yes.
Like, usually has a harmonica.
Yeah. Always has a harmonica.
Drum.
Usually.
Usually an accordion.
Guitar.
Cymbals behind him.
Yeah.
Something on his knees.
Cymbals
Usually
on his
like
knees, isn't it?
Usually has some kind of like weird head brace where he's got the accordion. He's also got like a duck whistle that goes quack, 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 or whatever.
Which ones have you been seeing?
One man band.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
like one man. It's like a you know a band.
Right, so like a band with loads of people.
A band,
but just one man.
and not. I know what you're thinking. Not a rubber band. A musical band, but one man. Do you ever see those these days? Yes or no?
Yes, I saw one not long ago.
When? Where?
Up north,
Of course, up north.
near the seaside.
Have
and
they
he
got
was-
PlayStation up there yet? Just one-man bands. New on one-man band. Your
That's what
local
you need.
one-man band has been upgraded.
Why, you just say how good it is, and then you start taking the.
Didn't
the
say it
mick
was
out of
good.
it. Well, you
said
sounded
it
like
was- I
you
was
sound
just explaining
enthused.
to
You
you that
sound
it's-
enthusiastic.
That it's a
about
one-man band. I think I left my phone on
It. Right, phone's
loud.
ringing. Wow, he's good.
That's squawkers.
Constantly going on about me over the years.
The Absolute Peach. What's been going on? What's been going on, Joe?
Do you ever do things to freak out your good lady wife, or you know?
Do you mean on
annoy
purpose
annoy
or
her, or
constantly?
freak her out? or
Not
anything?
deliberately, but
Really?
that's more or less
Not deliberately.
one of the
Just-
founding.
That's one of the things that attracted her to you.
What my uniqueness.
Your yeah, if you could put it like that. Yeah.
Je ne sais quoi is what she said, I believe.
What does that mean?
I don't know what in French.
Really? What's that got to do with anything?
It's what you say. Do you not know? Have you never heard of je ne sais quoi?
Yeah, but I don't know what it means.
That's what people say when they say it. Say, for example,
You've got that little je ne, you've got that.
say
je
you're
ne sais
eating a
quoi.
delicious meal
Right.
and you're saying, "What do you think of the meal?" Yeah, it's good. What do you think of it? Yeah, it's pretty good. Well, you don't seem like Do you enjoying it or not? Yes, I am enjoying it. Well, what is it? Like, well, what's the problem with it? There's no problem with it per se.
You're an angry chef.
Tell
are
me
you?
what is it? You're obviously not. You got something to say, haven't you? Well, it could do with a little what? I don't know, a little je ne sais quoi.
Which means nothing. Gives no information whatsoever.
Yes, but it's a way of saying
Your meal
I
sucks.
know it. There's something, but I can't articulate it.
Just say it's delicious or not delicious or a little saucy. Someone was taking the mick out of me the other day for saying delicious, saying the word delicious.
Yeah,
They laugh at me every time I say it.
you can't say delicious.
Why?
That's a
But I've
buzz.
said that forever. But you said it a minute ago.
No, I didn't.
You did.
No.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
You
but
said-
that was a skit. That
No.
wasn't. I wouldn't actually say that.
But you've said, yeah, you say it. I've heard you say it.
By the way, that was the man buzzer. In case you're wondering, that goes way back
That was loud.
in the Absolute Peach.
We've got lots of little sounds that we don't really play anymore.
I
Which
know,
is
but we should bring them back.
quite sad, really.
Quite fun.
A bit wacky, though, isn't it?
You're wacky.
Bit zany. Bit kooky.
Not really, because most of them are ironic.
Are they?
Yeah. I can't really explain any of them, to be honest. You kind of needed to be there, to be honest.
Right, okay.
Which many of you were. Some weren't. Anyway, delicious.
I think it's fine.
Can't say delicious.
Fine. Well, okay, I'll stop saying it then.
Oh, that was delicious.
Yeah. Oh, that was delicious.
Right.
Just say. You don't have to say it in a weird voice or anything. Just
Do you know what? It's okay.
It's a bit of a feminine word, isn't it?
It is a little bit, yeah. But it's also one of those words, for me, that's overused, like the word awesome.
Right, yeah. I know
Or
what you mean.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that broccoli was amazing. Was it?
That kale smoothie, oof, delicious.
Oh, tell you what, barely touched the sides.
Sushi, my favourite food.
Yeah. Do you not like sushi?
It's all right. It's like a bit of rice and fish, like raw fish. How good can it get? But people just go mental about it, don't they? Same as cheese. Cheese, not that great. Yeah. Oh, sushi. Wait, no, it's going around the conveyor belt. It's going around the conveyor belt. Quick.
I'll get one of yours as well.
Excuse me, your hair's dropping all over the sushi. I'll still eat it though. It's delicious.
Don't worry.
Perfect raw. Yes.
Don't worry. There's no filter. I'm so tired of Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram and I follow you back and I see one plate of food, I'm gone.
Although sometimes, I mean, I'm not a fan of it really, but sometimes I see a post of something and I'm like, oh, that looks quite nice actually. I'd never make it myself, but...
So what is the point?
I don't know, really. What's the point of anything?
I've cut right back
Yeah.
on... Or you could say I've been doing some pruning.
Ooh, I
on
wonder
all
why
of
you
my
are blocked now on all your social media.
social channels.
Yeah.
And my Facebook feed is basically got like 5 things, 5 different profiles on it.
But that's how it should be.
And every time I check it, which I don't know why I do,
Nothing new.
it's nothing new because I don't follow enough people.
Well, how many friends have you got now?
I honestly don't know.
I think I've got about 105, something like
I
that.
honestly don't know.
But I'm getting rid of it. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
rid
everyone
of it.
says
No,
that.
I am.
No,
I
everyone
am,
says
honestly.
that.
I'm
Everyone
gonna
says,
get rid of
oh
it.
yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm
No.
doing that thing. Getting off Facebook. Doing that getting off Facebook thing. It's like saying, oh, I'm going gluten free. Are you?
Who says that?
Are you though?
Unless they have to.
Oh, I've been doing us reading about gluten. Next day. Oh, try some of that lovely lovely muffin. Are you gluten free?
Not today, mate. Not today. Stress. I had a stressful day.
Ugh.
I need 3 muffins at least.
Oh.
Yeah,
No.
no, it's not gonna work. Is it?
How do you tell
Again,
how
another
many,
insight into your life, your daily life.
How do you tell how many friends you've got?
Go to your profile and look at. It just says on the side, doesn't it?
Do you know, it's interesting, the people you may know. Have you ever looked at that?
No.
That's like saying, if you're on that page, who's on that page clicking stuff?
What
People you may
Just
know
going
connect.
Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, please. Yep, definitely know them.
Oh, I kind
Well, I
of
know
them.
them,
I
but
kind of know them.
not well enough to already be friends.
Definitely know him.
So yeah, just click on your profile.
Where?
like, where it says Ben in
Yeah.
your photo,
This
and
is
then
good
it should
for-
say
This is good
like
for the show.
things, friends.
140 friends.
Got more than me, Mr. Popular over there.
Mm.
But some people have thousands of friends. How do they keep track? Unless they're checking their feed every 5 seconds,
Yeah.
they're always going to miss stuff.
You haven't, like, if
It's
you've got more
pointless.
than, like,
140.
50, you haven't. If you've got
Yeah.
more than 50 friends on Facebook, you haven't.
No.
What is the number? What is the number you could feasibly maintain
Per month.
enough
how
interaction
many,
with?
How many of those people
It
do
doesn't-
you see
Yeah.
per month?
It doesn't have to be per month, though.
Well, yeah. Because
I would say
if
year.
If you
I'd
don't
say
see
give it
someone for
year.
a month, they're not your friend.
Because
are
I've got a friend who is my friend, who I only ever really see once a year.
they? Do you talk
And
to them?
he
Though?
absolutely is my friend.
Do you talk to them?
One of my oldest friends.
Do you talk to them?
Sort
Like
of
text or whatever.
sporadically.
So if you weren't on Facebook, you wouldn't know what they were doing or anything like that.
It
You
doesn't.
wouldn't- you
Yeah,
wouldn't
it
text
wouldn't
to
matter.
say-
It wouldn't matter if we were on Facebook friends
No,
or not. It
you'd
wouldn't
still be
actually-
friends, though.
It wouldn't make a difference. We'd
Yeah.
still meet up. And stuff.
Okay.
Because there's an actual connection
Mm.
there,
Saucy.
but non-saucy.
A non-saucy connection. Okay.
But
I don't know what that is.
how, aside from that, like I just don't. If you've got 500, okay, if you're at school or college or university, okay, I get it, because everyone's just going because you
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah. You've got to go backups.
You never know.
You know, play the odds when you're young.
But
That's how to do it.
there comes a time when you're like, do you know what?
It's time to settle down.
I ain't got time.
No.
The old clock is ticking.
Yeah. You don't. But you don't. That's it. You don't need to be spending time on Facebook endlessly
That
scrolling.
sounds arrogant, but it's
Scrolling,
not.
scrolling.
It's just. I think you've got to. It comes a time when you've got to just realise that you can't care about everything. You have to focus your efforts on a relatively small number of things, and people are one of them. You know what I mean? You've got your own pursuits.
Yeah.
You've got the people that you care about and who care about you and that you have a responsibility towards, and
Thanks,
so
mate.
on.
Thanks.
And then
I appreciate that.
you
That's a nice sentiment there.
I don't know.
I mean, I know you wouldn't ever say it directly to me, but obviously, I can read between the
Indirect,
lines.
That's what
know.
this is all about.
yeah.
In a way. It's
You
what
know,
this is all
you've got
building
some
towards.
friends who you just, you never really need to speak to, but they know you're there for them. Between the lines.
Does raise an interesting question though. If we didn't do the show,
Yeah.
would we still know it?
Yeah.
But for how long would we though?
Day
'Cause
or two,
we've seen
maybe.
each other, with the exception of breaks from between series and stuff, and
Yeah.
when we've just lapsed on recording the show,
Yeah.
we've more or less been seeing each other every week for coming up in January, 10th anniversary of the Absolute Peach, by the way, 10 years.
Wow.
We'd have known each other, we'd have been doing that for 10 years.
That's sick.
So what would happen if we suddenly stopped doing the show?
Yeah.
Would that just be it, or would you just still find yourself here, without meaning to?
Yeah, I'd
You'd be
just turn up on your doorstep.
Whoops. Oh, crap. And I'd be looking out the window going, "So who the hell is
Yeah.
that?"
Just be like, Ben, let me in. Yeah. Throwing stones at your window.
No, I'd be up here with someone who looks almost exactly like you, slightly different to you,
Way younger.
but almost close enough to be a doppelganger.
Yeah.
Way younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 21 or something.
Doing the absolute squeech.
Wow. You'd have loads of Botox done and stuff.
Yeah.
So you'd look really young.
Well, would he?
You'd be one of those guys, obviously old, but you'd be trying to look young.
What do you mean?
Hip,
Don't need to.
well, not now, but in a
You
few
already look
years.
quite-
You'd have a funky hairstyle, but wear some young man clothes and stuff, and saying things that you shouldn't really be saying.
No, what?
I don't know, young people sayings.
Right, yeah.
I saw one the other day, worldies,
What does that mean?
like good-looking people.
Right.
If you're a worldie.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, exactly. It's mean. It's completely made up.
But
Pointless.
that's the thing. I see those things. Rather than just being, having humility and saying something like, "Oh, I'm a bit past understanding what all the kids say," I'm more inclined to say what they say is basically meaningless.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Compared to what we say.
Of course, they're idiots.
Which
They're
was
all
still
idiots.
mainly meaningless, but it was less meaningless than what they say now.
Yeah.
And probably every generation will do the same thing.
Of course, yeah. Because every generation thinks they were the best generation,
Well,
including us.
no,
But we're the
I
ones.
don't think
that are right.
I don't think we were.
No, we're sort of in the middle of. We haven't really done anything, have we? Didn't
Well-
go to the moon or anything, and didn't invent the iPads either.
Well,
so
I don't know if that's true.
kind of
We didn't,
no.
but there's plenty of people in our generation who've done amazing
younger.
things.
It's like what? Name one thing.
What do you mean?
Name one thing someone in our generation has done. That's good.
Facebook.
How
That's
old
a
now?
fairly significant
He's
one.
younger, isn't he?
Mark Zuckerberg's in his 30s.
Is he? How old?
Of course, I don't know. He's our
How
generation.
old exactly?
He's our generation.
How old?
That's fairly
exactly.
And it's quite, in context of what we were just talking about, social and
All right,
whatnot,
non-computer
the kids.
related.
I don't know. Elon Musk, he's a bit older, isn't he?
Yeah, more ripped as well.
Branson was older.
Yeah, more jacked.
Why does it matter how jacked you
It
are?
always
Do you know
matters
what?
how
Actually,
jacked you are.
Actually, that's interesting because I think one thing that you can be said about our generation is that it was possibly the first one that really took on recreational bodybuilding in a big, big way since like the Arnie times.
Oh yeah, well they were the first.
The last 10 years, last 15 years, whatever, it's been a massive boom for some reason.
Yeah.
And everyone, like you can't move in like an office kitchen for
it's
protein
fitness
shakes.
stuff. Yeah,
Protein shakes everywhere. Everyone's like getting jacked and whatever. And that's a bad thing, I would say.
but that's all kicked off because of Facebook and social stuff.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm posting loads of stuff about me now.
Yeah.
Oh, I better look good.
Yeah.
Better get
Yeah,
down the
no
gym,
doubt.
you know.
No doubt, yeah.
Because you don't want to be posting pictures of yourself,
Mm.
you know, blubbering around all over the place.
That's true, actually. That's
Otherwise,
true.
all your pictures will have to be like this.
Well, if potentially, you know, hundreds of people can be looking at you and you could be picking up these tiny little, you know, endorphin rushes in the form of likes and whatnot, thumbs ups, from posting a picture of yourself with a, let's face it, mediocre 4-pack,
Yeah.
then, you know, why
At
wouldn't
best,
you? That's
the
tensing.
absolute.
And that is tensing.
That's tensed in the correct lighting.
Yeah, with amazing...
Proper filter over the
Yeah,
top.
yeah.
You know, bit of shading maybe.
Oh, definitely, yeah,
Bit
definitely.
of shading.
Yeah. And
After you've
that's
dehydrated yourself.
yeah, you,
at least
you
4 or
drank
5
salt
hours.
water all night,
Yeah.
and you haven't eaten anything since, you know.
Hashtag healthy living.
Hashtag no filter.
Hashtag 20 filters.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because it's all real.
yeah.
You know,
No,
everything
no.
you see on Instagram
Yeah.
is 100% real.
So everyone's now focusing inwards.
Mm.
Social media has actually turned our attention not out but in.
Mm.
Introverted is probably the characteristic that has been most conditioned, probably most encouraged, particularly in young people, as a result of social media, which is interesting and quite saddening.
But the fact that you can comment on stuff like that that's where the thing comes of having to make it perfect or make it the best you can, because you can get the good comments, which everyone will think, oh, yeah, that's cool, I look good, whatever. But then on the flip side, you can obviously get people commenting saying bad stuff.
Yeah,
So
but most
that's
people
gonna-
don't. Like, you don't get much of that unless you're famous.
You don't get much of that on the internet.
Unless you're famous, you don't.
What?
No one gives a crap.
But people surely will be, you know, slagging you off.
Well, how many negative comments have you had on anything you've ever posted ever?
I don't know.
Almost none.
Don't really read any.
Yeah, almost none.
I post it and forget about it.
Almost none, because most of the negative
Well, yeah, I
comments
guess so,
are
yeah.
posted okay, it's a generalisation, but probably out of jealousy.
Yeah.
Or it's the fact that you don't.
That's why we haven't got any.
If you're dealing with, yeah, exactly. You're dealing with a relatively small audience, your
Yeah.
chances of catching someone who's particularly vindictive or them seeing your stuff are a lot more slim.
Well, you say a small audience, but my Instagram's up to 73 followers now, so joke's on you, pal.
Yeah.
Small audience.
Minus the absolute peach who follows you.
Yeah, of course.
72.
Yeah. And
Minus
you,
family members.
You, family members, yeah. So I'm up to about at least nearly 50.
What is your profile on Instagram, Joe, so that the viewers and listeners can follow you?
At Absolute Joe, J-O,
Showing his age there.
niche reference.
Showing his age by saying at.
You don't have to say that anymore? No. All right, Grandpa.
Well, you wouldn't type that in. Where would you type that exactly? Where would you type at?
What do you mean?
Well,
If
why
you're
say
searching
at?
for-
You wouldn't type at.
At.
Well, what
Joe.
why would you put at?
Why wouldn't you?
You
'Cause
would
that's
just
what
type,
it is, isn't it?
You would just type the absolute. You would just type absolute Joe. What is it
No,
again?
come up, Absolute Joe.
Yeah, you just
Or
type
is it
that.
the Absolute
Do you
Joe?
think you have to type at into Instagram? To
I
find
don't
anything?
know.
That would make no sense.
What am I, computer man?
I'm just saying that shows our age.
Well, okay.
Saying things like at
That's like when people say www.
or HTTP.
No one says that. No one
I knew
says
one
that.
person that.
Well,
did.
yeah. Well, that's niche.
That is niche, folks.
Yeah, I suppose, but you know. Okay, I'll stop saying it then. Jeez.
You don't have to
That's why
stop
all the kids
saying
keep
it.
laughing at me.
Well,
All right.
yeah.
Joke's on me, I guess.
I guess it is, Joe. Joke is on you.
I saw this thing on the news earlier. Kind of sickened me. It was
To the core or to the very core?
Almost to the very core.
Okay.
It was on the BBC News this morning, and it was a woman she's a writer, English writer,
Sexist.
I believe.
What have
Well,
you gone on about being a woman for?
well, it's part of the story.
Better be relevant.
It will become
It better
clear
be relevant.
very soon. Yes, it is relevant. And she was in a school. She was taking a class of young
She's a teacher.
6, 7-year-olds. She's not a teacher, but she was in a school classroom.
Right.
And she was talking to these young kids about the story of Cinderella
Okay.
and why it's so sexist and should be changed for the modern day
Okay.
to make it less sexist. It's a fairy tale Cinderella we're
Mhm.
talking about here.
Okay.
She was saying it's not right that Cinderella has to, work for her evil stepmother and stepsisters, and she has to do what the prince says and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
So she said, well, why don't you should rewrite the story as you think, it should, to make it less sexist. And then we'll read it out at the end.
Hold on. So she said that to the class.
Yeah, she's saying to the class.
To make it less sexist.
Yeah, to
so the
make it
class
less-
is not. It's not asking the class to discuss
Oh, no.
the,
Yeah.
whether it's an appropriate story for modern times,
No,
or
none of that. No.
how do you feel that women and men are portrayed in the story,
No, nothing to do with that.
or their roles.
Yeah. Nothing to do with
It's
that.
my PlayStation's just ejected itself, and
Brilliant.
now it's going mental. It's beeping like absolute crazy.
That's all right. It's fine.
All right, sorry. Okay, right. So it's a heavily biased
Yeah, of course.
lesson already.
And also, not to make any rash judgments,
Right.
but the lady that was taking the class, you can probably imagine sort of lady she was.
Not
what
really,
she
no.
probably looked like.
Well,
The kind of lifestyle she leads.
why don't you describe her?
She
Or can we get a picture?
middle-aged. Obviously wasn't that interested in her appearance. No makeup.
Right. What's that got to do with anything?
Well, because she was obviously had an agenda to push on these kids. Because, Cinderella is a fairy tale from however many years ago, hundreds of years,
I don't know. Yeah.
so long ago. Where
30 years at least.
30 years, man and boy.
Let's play it safe.
So anyway, why these things need to change. If you want to write a non-sexist story, write a non-sexist story. She's an author, published author.
So you are acknowledging it's sexist.
Write a non-sexist. It's not such sexist, no. It's
Right.
just, why is it sexist?
I'm not saying it is.
I don't think
you're
it is.
saying
To me, I think it's a not sexist story because the stepmother and sisters are the evil ones.
right.
They're putting Cinderella down,
Yeah.
woman on woman
Yeah.
crime.
Yeah.
And then the prince comes along, takes away from all that.
Yeah.
Takes her away from the, saves her, gives her a good life,
All right.
and they live happily ever
So
after.
why was she saying it's sexist?
I don't know. But
What do you mean
anyway,
you don't know?
well, because she was saying it was sexist because Cinderella didn't have her own job and all this kind of stuff,
Right.
and she just fell in love with the prince and went off with him and stuff like that instead of thinking for herself. So the story these kids came up with, and whether they came up with this or not, I don't know, but this is what they read out at the end. The story was, instead of the traditional Cinderella story, they came up with, there once was a girl called Cindy
Okay.
who lived with her wicked stepsisters and brothers. So
Right.
throw those in there.
Yeah.
They're wicked as well.
Okay.
Make it less sexist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
okay. And she did odd jobs around the house to earn some money.
Right.
So she's earning money now.
Right. So
which
so far it's
she
the
didn't
same.
do.
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
She's,
I
earning,
see.
she's earning a wage.
She's actually earning.
She's
a fair,
independent,
Fair
yeah.
wage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they say minimum wage?
They didn't say that, no.
Statutory minimum wage.
They
did
didn't say that. No,
Well, that
I
was a
presume it was.
missed opportunity,
I presume it was equal with any man doing the
Jolly
exact
well
same
hope so,
job.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I can imagine.
And
so.
I hope she got her annual, statutory annual leave allowance as well.
Presume so, yeah.
Didn't work more than 45 hours a week.
Who knows? So anyway, yeah, she had the job where she did odd jobs, chores around the house to earn money.
Right.
One day, invitation came from the palace to come to a dance. She was like, okay, yeah, so I'm going to go to the dance, so I need to get some new clothes. So she didn't buy a dress. Why would she? She didn't want to look good. She brought a nice new suit and trainers
Okay.
to go to the ball at the palace.
So wearing a dress to a ball
Sexist?
is
You
sexist.
sexist pig? Well, just because she's a woman, she has to wear a dress?
Yeah.
Don't think so.
No, maybe she wants to wear a dress.
Well, she's not. She's wearing a suit and trainers, all right?
Okay.
Cindy's wearing a suit and trainers.
Probably look a bit weird, to be honest.
No.
At a ball
It looks not sexist.
in suit and trainers.
So she goes off to the royal ball at
So
the,
she's
at
Sue
the royal
Perkins.
palace.
She's basically Sue
Basically,
Perkins
yeah.
at this point.
Yeah. Cindy Perkins turns up to the royal ball, very lavish affair,
Yeah.
in a red suit and trainers.
She gets immediately turned away at the door.
No, she doesn't
Excuse
get
me,
turned away.
sir, but I think you're in the wrong place.
She doesn't get turned away. But she doesn't get asked to dance either.
Right.
She asks the prince if he wants to dance
Okay.
because she's in charge.
That's fine.
So they dance, and then when she leaves, one of her trainers comes off. But she goes home anyway. She was obviously a bit...
Yeah.
Didn't realise her trainer had come off. Off she goes anyway. One trainer off, one trainer on.
Right.
And then the prince comes out, finds her. She tries to train her on. It fits.
Yeah.
He's like, "Will
Yeah.
you marry me?" She
Yeah.
says, I ain't marrying you. Let's just be friends. He says, "Cool with me." Then they go off and become world famous explorers.
Okay.
And at the end, the woman went, "Oh yes, that's much better than a whirlwind romance. Well done."
Why though? Why is it better?
Because everyone should die alone and be unhappy.
it's not better.
Of course it's not better. It's way, way worse. Doesn't make any sense. It's a load of crap. And in the end, she's just what? Travelling the world with her friend,
Yeah.
gets too old to have kids,
What's the
dies
point?
alone.
What's the point? That would be my question to her.
There is no point.
What is the point of that story? By which I mean, why is Cinderella... Cindy
Cindy, yeah.
Perkins.
Cindy. yeah.
Why is this story about her life being told? Because it's not interesting
No,
in
it's
any
not interesting.
way.
It's not interesting, has no moral,
It has no peril.
and there's just no point. The original one had a moral of, if you're a good person and you do the right thing and you're good and honest and a nice person, good things will happen to you.
I don't know if...
Because she was lovely. She got treated really badly by her, stepsisters and whatever.
Yeah.
But in the end, she got this brilliant life because she was a good person.
I don't think it was because she was a good person, though.
Yeah, it was.
Why?
Because she was nice and
What did she do?
She looked nice.
Yeah, but what
as
did
well.
she do to get that... have those things happen to her?
Well, she didn't do anything
outside pure chance.
Well,
and
yeah.
happened to have been born attractive.
Well, yeah, well, that was kind of it. But she put up with the bad stuff, and in the end, got a. It's not literal, but it's it's kind of a. If you put up with the bad stuff in life, eventually something good will happen. If you keep trying,
Yeah.
something good will. If you're a good person, good things will happen in the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not necessarily, Prince will come along, sweep you off your feet, whatever. But
Or if you're a bad person,
yeah,
bad things,
You won't
or
get
good
the-
things won't happen.
yeah, because they
for
tried
you.
on the slipper, didn't they?
Yeah.
and they didn't get picked.
But
because
they
it
were
didn't fit.
born ugly, so that's a
Yeah,
bit unfair
but-
on them. To be fair,
Yeah, but they were also horrible people.
they were. But why do you have to make them ugly? That's outside
Well,
their
because
control.
it's just more of a. You don't have to focus on that. That's
I'm
just
saying, let's look at it from their point of view.
Yeah, they were obviously jealous.
What about the ugly stepsister that wasn't that bad, but the other ugly stepsister was like, beating her up,
Well, maybe
saying you better come along and be horrible to the little one.
no, they were
otherwise-
both in it together.
Well, were they? You got
They
to ask
were,
yourself.
yeah.
Read between the lines.
Plus, you don't know what happened afterwards. The prince could have had a couple of ugly brothers,
Hmm.
and they could have been like, "Hey,
Yeah.
baby."
But the story is crap. The new story is crap
course it
because
is.
there's no motivation in any of the characters. There's no the ugly stepsisters who were horrible to Cinderella because they were jealous of her because she was good looking, and probably the favourite of the family, or something. I can't really remember,
Who
something
knows,
like that.
yeah.
That's why they were horrible to her.
Hmm.
Cinderella was motivated by the opportunity to get out of her horrible life of being bullied and have one night of glamour by going to the ball. But never thought she would be able to because she considers herself nothing more than a pathetic servant girl, downtrodden.
Yeah.
So when she had the opportunity to go to the ball, which was given to her by the fairy godmother, she took it, but then at the ball, she realised that her time was running out,
Yeah.
and because the
turn back
spell
into a
only
pumpkin.
lasted until midnight, so
Yeah.
she had to run away before
And that's why her shoe came off.
she
She
turned
left
back
it.
to what she was, and so and she didn't want the prince to know that she was just a poor servant girl dressed in rags, driving around in a pumpkin.
But then when he came and found her, and
Yeah.
she was in her rags,
Yeah.
looking like crap,
Yeah,
tried on the slipper, it fit. He was like, "It's you.
yeah,
I
It was
love
you I
you
fell in
even
love
with
with.
the
Yeah.
rags and everything. I don't
yeah,
care about that."
Yeah, but he wouldn't have looked twice at her if
No.
he'd have walked past her in the street dressed in rags.
No,
But he'd already seen her
we
all
got to
dolled
know
up
her.
to the
Got
nines.
to know her, so
So,
But yeah, it just made me think: is this what we're doing now? Is this what we're teaching these days? Is this what we're teaching the kids?
how does I wouldn't mind it in fact, I would think it's actually a very good idea to look at all the old stories that we read our children. As a father myself, you get a lot of books, and some of these books, kids' books you read, you think, well, that makes no sense. Like, it's just nonsense. And,
Are these classics or new stuff?
No, new stuff.
Yeah.
But then you read the
Don't
classics,
read the new stuff.
and obviously, they're timeless because they've got a strong story, they're structured,
There's
they
a
make
point to
sense,
it,
the
yeah.
characters are motivated, there's a narrative there, they has some kind of growth that happens through the story, and at the end is a moral lesson. Fine. But some of them are a bit outdated, written for a different time, different culture. And I would welcome the opportunity for kids to explore why or how they feel about those stories.
Yeah.
So as a young girl, how do you feel about this female character's journey, how they were treated? What do you think the theme of the story is? What do you think the story is trying to say? But that's in an open context, that the kid's invited to talk about it, how they feel about it, which is completely different to saying, write this in a non-sexist way, which is insane. And that really makes me angry. Because that's conditioning young people to grow up with these prejudices, which they haven't had an opportunity to form themselves.
Plus, I can tell you one thing.
Them.
The prince in the second story, he ain't hanging around to be friends and go travelling with Cindy in her suit, in her pantsuit and trainers.
Why not?
Because he wants a wife. He proposed to her. She turned him down. He's not going to be like, okay, yeah, let's be friends.
Yeah.
Come on, Cindy.
Should we go travelling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, all right, step aside. Next one in the line.
But
I'm a prince.
But let's say they do go travelling. They go out for the day, hiking around the mountains, brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, go out to a bar, or go and have a nice meal together. Go out to a bar. Hold on a second. He's been gone a long time to the toilets.
Yeah.
Spots him, other end of the bar, chatting to a young lady. What does she do? What does Cinderella do? Sorry, Cindy. What does Cindy do there? She sat there drinking her pina colada.
Yeah.
He's down there chatting to some,
Bit of stuff.
She's approximately 3 years younger and ever so slightly more attractive than Cindy.
Yeah.
How are you going to act then?
Wow.
I think, maybe this is presumptuous, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say she ain't going to be all that excited about it.
No, I can imagine not.
I think she might have a thing or two to say.
Yeah. Also,
She had her chance.
Also, she's travelling the world. Who's paying for this? Because household chores
No, she gets paid.
ain't going to pay for.
Well, she gets paid.
Yeah, but
You don't know how much she gets paid.
well, she pays. She does household chores.
She could be a business owner for all you know.
No.
Yeah.
She does.
She owns the business.
She does household
she owns
chores.
she doesn't actually do it.
No, she does household
No,
chores.
no, household
that was in the
No,
story.
no.
Household chores around the house.
She does householdchores.com is
No,
the name
no.
of her business.
No.
She's got
No.
she's got staff.
She spent all the money on a pantsuit and trainers as well. Trainers ain't cheap these days. So yeah. So
I don't think that makes any sense.
what do you mean?
Got a really itchy neck.
Great.
The Absolute Peach.
Boom.
Yeah, good story.
Yeah. Thanks.
We should do more stories like that.
Yeah.
Newswatch.
Did you Newswatch?
You got 20 females.
Usually do that at the beginning of the segment.
Yeah. Do it at the beginning. Do it at the end. Who cares?
Oh yeah, the Absolute Peach. Oh, don't forget the Absolute Peach.